Hi, my name's Pat O. I'm married to this hottie, I'm a worship pastor, and I love to cook. I'm not a professional chef, but with this channel, I'm hoping to show you how we do things here around the Overstreet house. This was our dinner the other night, and here is how I made it. You're going to want a pound of ground beef. I used 80/20. I like to put it in vacuum seal bags in 8-ounce portions. Flatten it out, it stacks easy in the freezer, and it thaws really quickly. You'll need some spices, some bell peppers, some grated mozzarella and sharp cheddar, some rice, some broccoli. We used frozen, but I do love fresh. I put mine in a muffin tin because it helps the bell peppers to sit up correctly. You're going to want a colander, and I like to get a metal bowl to catch the grease so it doesn't go down the drain. And of course, a well-used plate to eat on. I use my kitchen shears to release the ground beef from the vacuum seal bag, and then I brown it in a pan, and I use a little of my favorite steak seasoning just for good measure. I break it up, making sure there are no big lumps of meat in there, and then I drain it into my colander. Sometimes I even use a paper towel to get out a little bit of extra grease. Remember those spices from earlier? You're going to need a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of smoked paprika, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of comino or cumin, half a teaspoon of oregano, and half a teaspoon of basil. You're going to take your ground meat out of the colander, put it back into the pan on medium heat, and then mix all those spices together. It's going to smell amazing. Add a cup of beef broth and mix it all together. Then I mix in about 2/3 of a small can of Hunt's tomato sauce. You can use whatever tomato sauce you like. I like the roasted garlic kind. Then I put 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and I must admit my tablespoons get a little heapy here. Then you're going to want to salt it to taste and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. While that's simmering, wash your bell peppers, cut them in half, and take out all the seeds. I like to leave the stems on because I think it adds a little bit of flavor, and you can really smell the difference when they're in the oven. Next, you'll need your muffin pan. I'm a big believer in aluminum foil. It really helps cut down on the mess. Arrange your bell peppers on the pan using the cups to make them sit up straight. Add some shredded sharp cheddar cheese to the bottom of each one. Now take that nice thick mixture of meat and sauce and put it in each bell pepper. Just fill it up to the top. Take your mozzarella cheese, sprinkle it on top of each one, and when you're done, it should look something like this. Now you're going to take those peppers and put them in an oven that has been preheated to 375 degrees. Leave them in there for about 40 minutes or until the cheese browns on top. Now's a good time to cook your rice. I'm using long grain Dogaze rice, unwashed for this application. I use 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, and about a teaspoon of salt. I bring it to a boil, turn it down to simmer, and put the lid on for 20 minutes. I'm also going to butter some sandwich bread, put a little garlic powder on there, and some mozzarella cheese for our garlic toast. About 5 or 6 minutes before the bell peppers come out of the oven, I'm going to take my broccoli and put it in a saucepan. I put a little bit of water in there and put the lid on just to soften it up a bit. After a couple of minutes of cooking it with the lid on, I take the lid off. Just before it's done, I stir in some teriyaki sauce to give it some extra flavor. When the bell peppers come out of the oven, this is what they're going to look like. I like to plate mine on a bed of rice with the broccoli on the side and a garlic toast. I hope you enjoy this recipe as much as we did. I hope to see you next time.